Hello everyone, it's Becca from Becca Books and Bujo, and it is time to check in on my 23 goals for 2023. At the end of every quarter, I love to check in with my goals and see how I'm doing in the year so far. And I can't believe we're already halfway through the year, but it's time to check in with my goals. And I really love to do this. I love to see if I've made progress on things, if I need to prioritize some things that I've been putting off. So I love being able to share these with you. Anyway, I would invite you to check out my quarter one update if you're interested. But I will kind of go through all of these goals that I made for myself, 23 goals for 2023. And I don't even have the list in front of me. Okay, goal number one was to play the piano, to get better at the piano. I love to sit down and play, but I more specifically wanted to get better at some more classical pieces. And so I found 3 pieces that I wanted to perform, basically, for myself. They were Chopin's Prelude, Mozart's Sonata in C, and what was the other one? Oh yeah, For Elise by Ludwig van Beethoven. And at the end of quarter one, I had perfected 1 out of the 3 of those classical pieces. And now at the end of quarter 2, I've perfected all 3. So that goal is complete. I definitely will continue to play piano pretty much every day. I like to play a little bit on my lunch break when I'm home from work. But to know that I have perfected 3 classical pieces means that I can do this quite easily in the future. So I'm really proud of myself for being able to do that. Goal number 2 was to test out intermittent fasting. When I left you at the end of quarter 1, I had started reading Fast, Feast, Repeat, which is a book by Jen Stevens on intermittent fasting and the delay, don't deny idea. And since then, I have finished the book. I experimented with 12-12 fasting, so eating for 12 hours and not eating and then fasting for 12 hours. And now in June, I have done the 28-day fast start, which is what she recommends to jumpstart your fasting lifestyle. And I am in the middle of this 28 days currently when I'm filming this. I think it actually ends on Monday. And so I'm close to the end. I'm on like day 23. And I haven't stuck super tight to the 28 days. I have kind of ebbed and flowed with the amount that I've fasted. The way I was supposed to do it was start with 12-12 for 1 week and then jump up to 14-10. So fast for 14, eat for 10, then jump up to 16-8 and then 18-6. And once I got to week 3, which was the 16-8, I did it for a couple of days and just realized it was too long for me. I really liked the 14-10 schedule. And so I know that might not do much for me as far as weight loss, but I liked how I felt, definitely, with not snacking at night and just waiting for 14 hours to eat breakfast. I don't know. It just felt good. So I think now for the rest of these 28 days, the rest of the 5 days in the 28-day fast, I'm going to go back to that 14-10, which I've done this week. And so I'm going to count this as kind of, at the end of the 28-day fast, I'll decide if that's really right for me. I need to do the measurements. I measured myself at the beginning of the 28 days, and then I'll measure myself at the end and see if it really made any difference. But I do like the way I felt while fasting. I don't feel gross and bloated after snacking late at night. So that's a good thing. But still not technically complete with this because I'm still trying out intermittent fasting. Okay, goal number 3 was to work on a cross-stitching project and finish one, I guess. Now let me show you how far we have come on these little owls. If you're not new to my channel, you've seen these owls before, but I am trying to complete this cross-stitching project. I was probably about a third of the way through this project at the beginning of the year, but I need to finish it so I can get to the other cross-stitching things that people have given me. I love the little kits that kind of tell you the pattern and give you the string that you need. It's just easy and fun, and it's like a puzzle. So I'm doing pretty well. I just have a few more colors to do really, and then I've got to do all the black bordering. So it's coming along. I think I should definitely be able to finish it by the end of the year. Goal number 4 was to complete a couch to 5K, and I'm so excited to tell you that I did it. I trained and competed in my 5K in May. Basically, the whole month of May, I trained for it. And then May 27th, I believe, I ran a 5K. And I pretty much ran the entire thing. I think I walked for like a minute and a half. So that was pretty dang good. The most I've ever run in my entire life. I'm really proud that I did it. I got a t-shirt and a breakfast sandwich to prove it, and a ride down the giant slide at the Minnesota State Fair. So I'm really happy I did it. Have I run since, you ask? No, I haven't. And I kind of miss it, but also kind of not. So maybe I'll get back into running sometime, but for now, it's okay to take a little break. Goal number 5 was to fill out a mom journal. My mother-in-law, I think for my birthday last year, gave me this journal that has prompts geared toward moms, and it's like this perpetual journal. So you fill out the same question for each day for 3 years in a row. I don't know if I'm explaining that really well, but I'm doing it for the first year. And I have kept up with it. I have finished all the way through June 28th, which is when I'm filming this right now. But I don't know if I'll continue with it next year. Some of the questions I really like, and it's fun. I think it will be fun to look back on, but some of them are very repetitive, and I feel like I'm answering the same thing. And it also maybe isn't geared toward moms with young kids, because it talks about like what's their favorite subject in school, or what sort of sports are they participating in this summer, and it just doesn't really pertain to 1 and 3-year-old children. But it's fun. I'll be excited to look back on it next year and see how I answered the questions, and if the questions have had any changes in the way I answer them. So I am on track with that. I'm 50% of the way through that one. Definitely will get to 100% by the end of the year. Goal number 6 is to declutter our house / clean our storage room. The storage room is the thing that needs the most decluttering, but I also just have wanted to live a little bit more minimalist. I know it doesn't look like that with these bookshelves behind me, but we just have so much clutter and stuff that we don't use ever. And so I've kind of been going room by room, getting rid of things that we don't need, selling things, donating things. Yeah, and it's been going well. At the end of quarter 1, I had gone through the office, the library, the guest room, and the family room. And now at the end of quarter 2, I have gone through all of our baby clothes, which is like 0 months all the way to 2. We have a lot of baby clothes, like 9 boxes of baby clothes. More than that, maybe. I don't know. But we pass them between all of the kids in my family. So it's really helpful. And we also went through the front closet. I really need to tackle the storage room in the next quarter. I'm going to hold myself to it next quarter. At the end of quarter 3, hopefully I can tell you that I went through the storage room. Okay, goal number 7 was to do the 38-day yoga challenge. I had completed that in quarter 1. Goal number 8 was to make $500 on Facebook Marketplace by selling items that we have in our house that we don't need. At the end of quarter 1, I had made just over $100, and now at the end of quarter 2, I made $175. So, getting there. Not quite 50%, which is what we should be at halfway through the year, but that's okay. We'll get there. Goal number 9 was to apply for a cashback credit card, and we had completed that at quarter 1. Goal number 10 was to reach a $6,000 emergency fund, and at the end of quarter 10, we were 63% completed in that goal, and now at the end of quarter 2, we're at 72%, so we're doing great. Hopefully, by the end of the year, we should be able to get that 28% left. Goal number 11 is to pay off a family loan that we have. A family member had given us some money for Willie to continue his education, get his master's degree, and so I wanted to pay half of that off by the end of this year. At the end of quarter 1, we were 40% paid off, and now at the end of quarter 2, we're at 43% paid off. So we're making headway, and we just need 7 more percent to get to 50%. See where I am? Math. So yeah, doing well. Now we're getting into more of the lifestyle goals. Goal number 12 is to rewatch The Office and then listen to the Office Ladies podcast in tandem. And at the end of quarter 1, we had watched 11 of the 201 episodes. So that was 5%. And now at the end of quarter 2, we have watched 40 of the 201 episodes. So that's about 20%. We got to get going. Come on, Willie. Willie and I are watching these together, and then I listen to the podcast on my own afterward. Goal number 13. That was to go to the eye doctor. I completed that in quarter 1. Goal number 14 was to fix our leaky toilet. I completed that in quarter 1. Goal number 15 is to print family pictures. I want our house to have more pictures of us hanging up on the walls. At the end of quarter 1, I had just looked into it, and now I can say at the end of quarter 2, I have ordered the pictures. They should get here at the beginning of July. So that'll be exciting. I'm going to count it as complete because I think the goal was actually print family pictures, and I have done that. We need to actually hang them up now. So hopefully at the end of quarter 3, I can tell you that they are hung up and maybe show you a picture of them. But I'm going to say that that goal is complete. Goal number 16 and 17, I can't do yet. 16 is to take family pictures. We like to do that in the fall, closer to goal number 17 when we send out Christmas cards. So those two haven't been able to start, haven't been able to complete, but that's okay. They will happen in quarter 4, I guess. Goal number 18 was to hit 1,000 subscribers on YouTube, and thanks to all of you, I did that in quarter 1. Goal number 19 was to try live streaming on YouTube, and I also did that in quarter 1. Goal number 20 is to get a new filming camera. I have been putting money toward that, so at the end of quarter 1, I think I reported that I'd put a little bit of money toward it, and now at the end of quarter 2, I have put probably about a third of what I need toward buying a new camera. So we're getting there. Hopefully I can get that new camera by the end of the year. I just would like to separate the pictures I take for me personally on my phone with what I do for YouTube on a camera. Goal number 21 was to get a new profile picture for my YouTube and Instagram, and I did that in quarter 1. Goal number 22 is to get better at Instagram. Oh, you know what? I was going to report because in quarter 1, I had reported that I posted in January I posted 6 times, in February I posted 24 times, in March I posted 20 times. Now I gotta look at my old bullet journal because I moved to a new one. 1 second. Okay. Gotta count these up. In April, I posted 17 times. In May, I posted 10 times. And in June, I posted 11 times. So I think I'm getting worse at posting on Instagram, at least compared to quarter 1. But it's still always at the back of my mind. And I'm like, I need to do that. So at least that little bug is there telling me I need to do it. But I could still do better. And then goal number 23 is my 10 reading goals. Goal number 23 is to complete my reading goals, but I have 10 reading goals. So let's jump into those really quick, shall we? The first of the reading goals is to read 100 books. And at the end of quarter 2, I have read 79. So 79% of the way through, definitely should be able to read 21 more books by the end of the year. Goal number 23.2. Goal number 2 of my 10 goals. My 10 reading goals is to lower my physical TBR. It was kind of a read to 0, but I don't think I would actually get to 0 by the end of the year because I started out with 240 unread books on my physical TBR. At the end of quarter 1, I had gone down 1 book. I was at 239 books. And now at the end of quarter 2, I'm at 236. Wait, no. I forgot to include the 2 that I finished at the end of the month. So actually I'll be at 234. Down 6 books. We're getting nowhere fast, but that's okay. At least it's down and not up. Goal number 3 was to update my Goodreads, and I did that at the beginning of the year. Have that done in quarter 1. Goal number 4 is to read books that are lent to me. I have a whole shelf right here of books that I don't actually own. And so I need to get these back to the people that own them. And at the end of quarter 1, I had read 1 book that was lent to me, and now at the end of quarter 2 I read 3 more books for a total of 4 books lent to me. So let's keep working on that one, shall we? Goal number 5 was to create an owned book spreadsheet. I did that in quarter 1. Goal number 6 is to do the buzzword challenge. I had been caught up in quarter 1 and now still caught up in quarter 2. For April, the buzzword was in emotion, and I read The Hurting Kind by Ada Limon. For May, the buzzword was flavors, and I read Honey and Spice by Bolu Babalola. And for June, the buzzword was other, and I read Love and Other Words by Christina Lauren. The seventh goal of my 10 reading goals is to complete the A to Z challenge, read a book that starts with every letter of the alphabet. At the end of quarter one, I had read 17 letters of the 26, and now at the end of quarter two, I've read 22 of the 26. So I only have 4 letters left. Q, X, Y, and Z. We'll see how that goes. The 8th reading goal is to complete the book of the month reading challenge, which is read 15 book of the months, read 3 debut darlings, and read 1 page pusher. I have read the 3 debut darlings and read the 1 page pusher, and I have read 8 out of the 15. So right about at halfway. And with Ketchup-a-thon coming up in July, I definitely should be able to knock that one out of the park, maybe in quarter 3. The 9th goal of my 10 reading goals is to read my self-destruct books. At the end of quarter 1, I had read none of them. So I was at 0 out of 12. And now at the end of quarter 2, I've read 5 out of the 12, or DNF'd. I DNF'd 2 of them. So that's at 42%. So we're getting close to the 50% mark. And then the 10th goal was to complete the Genre-a-thon, which is hosted by Whitney from Tibora's Den, and I had completely caught up with that at the end of quarter 1. And now for quarter 2, in April, the prompt was to read a fantasy book, and I read Exile by Shannon Messenger. That is the second in the Keeper of the Lost Cities series. The prompt for May was YA May, and for that I read This Is What Happy Looks Like by Jennifer E. Smith, and for June, the prompt was Romance, and I read Part of Your World by Abby Jimenez. So I've technically only completed 2 out of the 10 reading goals, but I'm caught up with 4 out of the 10. Does that make sense? Maybe not. So let's just recap all of the 23 goals in 2023. I have completed 10 out of the 23 goals. That's really, really great. Almost at halfway. But get this, I'm in progress with 11 out of the 23. Like, I'm either caught up or have been working on it. And so that's really great. That means I've either completed or am in progress with 21 of the 23 goals. So again, that means 2 of the goals have not been started. Those are the ones that likely will get done in quarter 4, taking family pictures and sending out Christmas cards. This is going so well. I love checking in with my goals and making sure I am making progress on them. And it's also kind of fun at this point in the year to start thinking about what could go on next year's goals lists. So let me know in the comments down below how you are doing on your goals halfway through the year. It'd be great to hear about them and give you some extra motivation if you need that. Thank you so much for watching this video. Like it on your way out. Consider subscribing to my channel if you want to see more bookish and bullet journal related videos. And I will see you in the next one. Bye!